It's time now for Ask the Expert. It is Halloween, and while we know candy is chock full of sugar, there actually are some pretty common foods that have a ton of sugar in them also.
Dr. Jennifer McKinnon from the Medical College of Wisconsin here to reveal these hidden sources of sugar. Let's start with defining what we mean when we say sugar.
Right. So sugar is a kind of carbohydrate, and more we're hearing about low-carb diets, and definitely that's a popular and worthwhile trend. And since sugar is a carbohydrate, sugar is one of our targets to try to lower. Anything that ends with an OSE, O-S-E, glucose, fructose, which is a good sugar that's natural in fruits, and then lactose, which is in milk, which is another good sugar our body can process properly.
So why are certain sugars bad for us? What happens in the body?
Right, so sugar actually, we're getting more and more research back that it actually has toxic effects on the body. It actually can affect your blood pressure, can lower your good cholesterol or HDL, raise your triglycerides, even cause insulin resistance, which is where the belly fat can come in, where you have more resistance to insulin in those fat cells, which then can lead, unfortunately, to metabolic syndrome, which leads to diabetes, which can then open up Pandora's box of a host of issues.
So what are the recommendations for how much sugar is okay?
Right. So this year, the World Health Organization, as well as the Heart Association in America, have come out with official guidelines. For a man, it's actually a little bit more than what's on the screen here, 9 teaspoons a day, which is about 36 to 40 grams. And for a female, the 6 teaspoons or 25 grams a day. The idea is that you just want it to be 5% total of your daily calories. So this is a new recommendation. And for kids, it's less than that even. When they're below their adolescent years, it's even half of what a female should have. So about 12 grams a day, which would be a very small amount, 3 teaspoons. And kids, just to give you an idea, are having about 7 times that. And adults are having about 4 to 5 times that amount.
Yeah, I was going to say we are all way above that barometer.
Yeah.
Give us some examples of common food that we might not expect all the sugar to be in.
Right, so different things like condiments, ketchup, barbecue sauce, salad dressing, processed foods in general. A lot of the low fat that we did over the years has been replaced by sugar. Unfortunately, high fructose corn syrup is one of those. Savory frozen foods, like even your frozen pizza, probably look at how many are in there. The other day, one brand I had 40 grams of sugar. Thank God I only had
sugar in pizza.
Right. And then sodas, of course, is notorious, and really that's been a big crackdown on, limiting sodas. 1 soda a day, you've already exceeded your sugar for a female, and that's a can.
Yeah. It shows you just how sneaky sugar is, because if you add it up, I mean, the allowances are in the neighborhood of a cup full of sugar, and who's going to sit down and think, I'm going to consume this cup full of white cane sugar?
The FDA is coming out with a new label, so it's going to be easier to read, where it says added sugars, because right now on the label it's just sugars, and that can be good sugars and bad mixed together. So we don't want people to not drink milk. Definitely that sugar is lactose, it's a natural one, but you want to be aware of what added sugars are in your food, and that will be on the new label.
So avoid Halloween candy?
Well, it's okay. I mean, we
Doctor
all
says it's okay.
Yeah, one small piece is blowing that 6 teaspoons out of the water.
Kids enjoy their candy for today.
Dr. Jennifer McKinnon from the Med College, thanks for coming in this afternoon. Have a question for her or any of our experts? Send an email to asktheexpert@tmj4.com, or you can leave a voicemail at the number right there on your screen.